Hey there, Silver Age Guy here, and today are my final 4 new books from auctions in 2020, ComicLink Auctions. So I'm here at the comic bench today, and I've got some of these new facsimile books spread out here. I really love these. Dr. Von Chilla is the one who turned me on to these, and they're just fantastic renditions of the originals. As Dr. Von Chilla says, why spend thousands and thousands of dollars on the original when you can have something that's as nice as this and actually have 4 copies of it? Well, I don't have thousands of dollars, so I've got the facsimiles. Anyway, I'm here at the comic bench, and here's some books that I won. One set of books from the ComicLink auction just recently. This is Fantastic Four number 19, and this is the first appearance of Ramatut, who is actually, I guess, Kang, who is going to be a major part of the Marvel Universe, the cinematic universe coming up in the near future. So this is a good book to have, and I got it at a decent price at the auction. And then the second book I picked up is one that I've been chasing for a long time, and this is TTA number 44. This is the first appearance of the Wasp from March of 1963, and it has a big chip. It's got Marvel chipping all along the edge, but it also has a big chip on of it, which is probably why I was able to pick it up at such a reasonable price. But other than that, it's in great shape, and it fits in with the rest of my collection, and it is the first appearance of the Wasp. And then I got a book that is really a big one for me. This is Fantastic Four number 3. And this book has got restoration, which, as you know, if you watch my videos, I'm fine with restoration. It just makes the book a better book for me. And this has color touch on the cover, which is not a huge deal, and a little bit of trimming. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But it's a beautiful book, and it's the first Fantastic car, their costumes, and the Baxter building. And we'll take a quick flip through and see what happens to the Thing's costume. His original costume isn't what it appears there. So that's a really big book for me, and I really stretched to get it, but I really wanted it. So let's take a quick look inside a couple of these, just for the heck of it. This is, of course, a Lee and Kirby masterpiece, hitting their stride here with number 19. And as I was flipping through here, I happened to notice a full-page ad for X-Men 1, and it made me think, I have a copy of X-Men 1, so I hauled it out. And here it is, my beautiful white, near-mint copy of X-Men 1, bought off the rack. Not really. That's the facsimile book. Here's my book right here. This is a beautiful copy because it's mine. I did get it off the rack. It's been read 10,000 times probably. It's got tape and all kinds of stains on it, but still, I love it because it's mine. The cover is detached, and I'm actually pretty careful when I take it out of the bag. I know it's not a high grade of any sort. It's not even a mid grade, but it is my book, and I'm happy to have it. And I can remember distinctly as a kid reading these panels, this story. It takes me back to my past. And this is when Lee and Kirby were knee deep in the superhero genre, and they were doing a fantastic job with it. So there's my copy of X-Men number 1, all beat up, but still, it happens to be mine. So now let's get back to 19 here. There's Ramatut, who is actually going back to the past, or the future, or the timeline, or something to be Kang. And then, of course, the Fantastic Four are wondering what's going to happen next. And we all know there'll be some adventure or something. So anyway, that's that book. And now let's take a quick look at this one, the Tales to Astonish 44. This is the first Wasp. And again, there's the chip. And this is, again, Lee and Kirby. These books, these early Tales to Astonish and Tales of Suspense, they really didn't have a lot of action in them. I flipped through. I had to actually search for some pages of action. But there's the Wasp for the first time. And, there's a couple of stories. There's a Ditko story in the back, but there's not much really flipping through and looking at it other than when the Wasp got her costume. Now, a little aside here, this is another book another box that came. So this is the fourth book, as I mentioned in my title here. So let's take a look and see what this one is. This is again from ComicLink, but this was a separate auction that I won. I saw this book and I thought, it's not any kind of a key, but it's really in such fantastic shape. I really want to take a run at this. So this is Tales to Astonish number 42 from January 63. This is pre-Wasp. But look at this cover. It's just magnificent. The colors. There's a difference between the color of Ant-Man's costume and that orange background. And so I put a bid in it and won it, and so I'm happy to have it. And again, these books, when it comes to action panels, this is Larry Lieber and Don Heck, by the way, and not Kirby. But the action panels were few and far between in these books. So it was mostly about, showing Ant-Man and his size, and nothing to do with battles or anything. You have to flip around, and every once in a while you'll find Ant-Man doing something with an ant. But not a lot of action, mostly dialogue. And here's an interesting thing. Here's a Ditko with kind of like an Iron Man. This goes back to 63. This is like almost like an Iron Man character. Of course, classic Ditko art. Looks like early Spider-Man. So there's that one, and that's now in the collection. And now the last one is the real piece de resistance, as they say. This is the one that I really am thrilled to have. It has a little writing on the cover. It does have some restoration. But inside, it's Lee and Kirby all the way. This is number 3, so they're just formulating their powers and the way they interact with each other. And here's the first image of the Baxter Building, their headquarters, which of course has a rocket ship in Manhattan. And one of the reasons that this book is great is these pinup pages have been missing from a lot of these early books. But it's intact, and it's in terrific shape. There's the costume. The thing has a helmet and a bodysuit, and it only lasts 3 pages. And then he rips it off and says, "Forget it, Sue, I'm not wearing your crazy costume." And then, of course, he becomes the Thing. The pants end up disappearing and turn into shorts. But here's the rest of the book if you want to pause and look at it. And then here's the very short letters page. "We think you're great, Marvel. Do some more." And then, he still has the pants in this book, but eventually he loses them and they become shorts. So that's that story. And episode 3, and somebody's already mad. Torch is going off. There's now, 3 left. And the continuing saga of the Fantastic Four from episode 3 on. So there's that book, and I'm really thrilled to have it. So here's how they look in the display case. Just beautiful. First of all, this Tales to Astonish, this brilliant orange cover, and it's in fantastic shape. And then, of course, the first Wasp. And this is a book that I picked up recently, which I've shown in another video, just to round out the Tales to Astonish. And then, of course, the 2 Fantastic Four books, with a whole bunch of other Fantastic Four books that I've purchased this year. So there you go. That's it. Thanks for watching.